Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi. I'm an licensed esthetician in Pennsylvania, and today I'm going to show you everything that is in my makeup kit. I mainly do bridal makeup, but I do prom sometimes, special events, bridal showers, baby showers, you name it, just special event makeup in general. So yeah, I've been doing that for 4 years now. I've been licensed since 2018, and that's when I started doing bridal makeup. That's kind of the reason that I went to aesthetic school in the first place, was because I wanted to be a professional makeup artist. And in Pennsylvania, I don't believe that you need to be licensed. Don't quote me on that, but you should be, in my humble opinion. So I decided to go to aesthetic school so that I had a license saying I went through all the sanitation classes. I learned everything about skin tone and the color theory and all of that. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so I ordered this from Amazon, this backpack. It is great because I used to have a Zuka and it was such a pain in the butt to haul everywhere, especially if I had to travel long distances, like walk a long time with it. It was just annoying because it's kind of like a rolling suitcase. And it would be so heavy, but this way it's just on my back. I don't have to worry about it. I also bring lighting with me in a couple of other bags, so this isn't the only bag I bring, but this is where all of my makeup is, aside from lashes. So in here, I keep my airbrush gun. I use the Temp 2 AirPod Pro. Makes life so much easier. And then in here, this is just my bag of lipsticks. I have pretty much just Dose of Colors liquid lipsticks, Buxom lip creams. What else do I have? Anastasia liquid lips. I think I also have some Ofra. And then my mirror is also in there as well. Then we go in here, and here obviously are all of my brushes. I try to make sure that I have a set of brushes per bridesmaid. So I will not use the same brush on more than one person when I'm at a wedding, especially because of COVID. I will get done with a set, I'll put them in like a Ziploc baggie, and then when I get home, I will fully cleanse my brushes. I don't just do a quick clean with like Cinema Secrets. I do a deep clean on my brushes after every single use. You cannot just use the same brush on another person. It is not fully sanitized, no matter whether you use Cinema Secrets or alcohol. It does not completely disinfect your brushes. So you cannot use it on another person. Well, you shouldn't. I know a lot of people do, and I might get some flack for that, but you really shouldn't. And then over here, I just keep my tools. So I have my scissors that I use to trim lashes. I have my little brush here that I use to mix up the foundations in the airbrush gun. I have my spatula that I use to take out eyeliner or lipstick, things like that, or like under eye correctors. And then I have this tool here. I use this to pinch lashes. It really makes them feel a lot more comfortable for clients whenever you pinch the lashes together with their lashes. And then in here, I have a couple of my Temp 2 foundations, more over here. In here I have my moisturizer that I use on pretty much everybody. If I can pull it out of here. It is the Hale and Hush Hydrate Gel. This is my favorite moisturizer ever. I've never had anyone have a reaction to it. So far, it is great. It's a gel moisturizer. It absorbs fast. It works well with the Temp 2 airbrush foundation, and it is just amazing. It helps to calm redness. If someone has rosacea, it's great for that. If someone has sensitive skin, it's great for that. My all-time favorite moisturizer ever. It's what I use at home as well. I also retail that in my studio. I have all of my brow pencils. These are from P. Louise. And then I also have the RCMA No Color Powder. That's what I use to set. I have my Temp 2 color wheel. This is for under eye correction, or if someone has a lot of redness, I use the green. I keep my mascara in here. I use the CoverGirl Lash Blast, and I always use waterproof mascara. If it's a wedding or any event, if anyone decides to cry, this will not move. It might, you know, smudge a little bit, but it's pretty good. I have the Tarte, I want to say this is like the Sugar Rush. Yeah, the Sugar Rush lip balm. People love this stuff, and it's great. I apply this as a first step whenever I do makeup for clients. It helps to moisturize their lips before you put a lipstick on, because especially if you use a liquid lip, that dries the absolute crap out of your lips. It's like the Sahara Desert. So this really helps with that. And then I have all of my eyeliners. I use a lot of Illamasqua. So I have like a dark purple, I have a brown, I have black, and then I have a couple other setting powders in here. Like I think all of my setting powders in here are from Face Atelier. I just have some cotton rounds in here to apply a different product that I'm gonna show you in a minute. I also have the P. Louise bases, but honestly, I don't really like these. I feel like I kind of wasted my money buying the whole kit of them. They just crease, they don't set very well. I'm not a really big fan of these, but what you gonna do? You can only try. I just have my Temp 2 cleaner in here. I have my Beauty So Clean. This is what I use to sanitize all of my powders. So after I use eyeshadow, blush, bronzer, all of that, I'll spray all of those to disinfect them. Powder can't really hold on to bacteria that well, but that just really makes sure that it doesn't. I just have some Cinema Secrets in here. I'll spot clean my eyeliner brushes so that they don't get makeup all over like my kit and stuff like that. I need to use this up. This is the Blue Marble setting mist. It's like waterproof. I literally can't get the lid off of this. It's like so glued shut. Then I just have all of my disposables in here, as well as my lash glue and a sharpener. So I just have disposable mascara wands, disposable lip wands. I have the pointed Q-tips in there for if I need to clean up like a winged liner. Usually I also carry like a micellar water in here too, but I took it out for something that I don't remember why. Here, this is my Mayron Skin Prep Pro. This will make people not sweat. It will make them not be oily. This stuff is amazing. It's a toner. The only thing is you have to use a very small amount, because if you use too much, it kind of looks like someone has frost on their face. So you don't want to do that, but if you have really oily, sweaty clients, you need this. It is a game changer. And then aside from that, I have my Skindinavia makeup finishing spray. I mean, it's okay. I don't know. I don't really care about setting spray, to be honest. I know people really love it, but like I don't really care, I guess. As for like highlight, I have the Scott Barnes highlighting palette. I have the Scott Barnes contour palette, because they have really light to very deep shades, so it works really well on like all skin tones. I personally, for brows, use the Senna Brow Book, the Pro Palette. It has literally every color that you could want. It's great. I use the crap out of that, obviously. I also carry the Natasha Denona Biba palette. And then in here, this is a bunch of Makeup Geek like Matrix shades, as well as like some older ones. Like over here, there's still the Circle Pans in a Z palette. I have a couple of ColourPop palettes in here. These just have like face setting powders. Like I don't really need these though. I could probably get rid of these. I also have the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism palette for blush in here. I actually find myself not using this a whole lot. I could probably take this out, which like I try to declutter my kit as much as I can. These are depotted, oh my gosh, what do you call them? Propa Beauty lipsticks. So like I've used these a ton. They just don't last that well. So like I only use them on like more mature clients because a liquid lip is gonna be too drying on their mouth. So these are like more of a cream lipstick. So, I mean, they work, but they're just like not exactly my favorite. But I mean, there's nice colors and I feel like I have like every color. I have a smaller Z palette in here. This one's actually from Tarte. This just has my single shadows that are from JD Glow. They are absolutely amazing. I don't know if you can tell, but they're so metallic. There's like a silver, a true gold, a rose gold, and like kind of like a coppery gold, like a lighter gold, champagne gold. That's what I'm looking for. They are amazing. I love these. I also have the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, but I don't really reach for that one that much. And then for blush, I have this Viseart blush palette. I mainly use this one. I mean, you can tell that shade is like my go-to. I love peach blush and I feel like it looks so good on most people. Then I have my palette here where I put my eyeliners and concealers. Before COVID, I would just use the back of my hand, but because of COVID, I use this now. I use this for everything. I completely sanitize it, wipe it down between each client. And then I realized I completely skipped all of this. All of these are just my lip liners and eyeliners. I have like Dose of Colors. I have LA Girl, I have ColourPop, I have some NYX in here. I think I have like a couple of Urban Decay eyeliners. Yeah, and then for concealers, I have for more mature clients, I use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because it is not as drying as the Tarte Shape Tape, which is like the other concealer that I use. I really like this one because it does have really full coverage. The only thing is like I feel like both of these, no matter how well I set them, they crease. So I mean that's kind of annoying, but yeah, so that is my full kit aside from my lashes, which I don't normally keep them in plastic bags like this. Like I'll put them in the same bag as my light. But these are like my go-to lashes for more mature clients because they're short enough that they're not too dramatic, but they add just enough to the eye without looking kind of fake and plasticky. Love these so much. Another one of my go-tos is let's see if I can find them. The 421s. Oh my God. Anytime I go to Walmart, I stock up on these. Ardell, I think for like Black Friday, had some like buy one, get one special on their website. I ordered literally like 12 packs of these. These are my absolute favorite go-to lashes for brides and their bridal parties. They are amazing. They look so nice. They're not dramatic at all, but they're just enough. They look just amazing, so wispy, so pretty, and they're so lightweight because they have that like really thin band, so you don't feel them on the eye at all. It's just great. I love these. I also bought these to try out too, like the 817s from Ardell. They're like the foam ink as well. And then I got the foam ink Demi Wispies. I like the Demi Wispies too, but sometimes they do look a little plasticky. I don't know, it depends on the person. Let me know down below if you agree. Like on some people, they seem kind of like plasticky looking. Not these ones, but the regular Demi Wispies, not the foam ink ones. These are just so expensive. Like that's the only thing. I never buy the foam ink because they're so expensive. Then I also, a lot of the time, use like these for more dramatic lashes, the Jubilee by Kiss, as well as the Pixie lashes. These are like very cat eye and like a little on the longer side. So a lot of the time I use the number 11s as well. I love Kiss lashes. They are probably my favorite. Well, they were my favorite before the Ardell Naked Lashes, but these are great. Always a go-to. And then the lash glue that I use is also the Kiss with Aloe, the brush-on glue. Amazing, lasts all day, all night, and it is latex-free, so you never have to worry about someone having an allergy, which that's another thing. I always ask people if they're getting their makeup done, always ask if they have an allergy, because someone might have an allergy to latex or coconut or something like that, in like an ingredient in a lot of cosmetics. So you want to make sure that what you are using is okay for their skin. That's why it's best to consult before you start. And then a lot of the times, like if I have a bridal party, I'll ask the bride ahead of time, hey, does anyone in your party have a specific allergy to anything? Do you have a specific allergy to anything? That way I know ahead of time what to bring, so I'm not scrambling on the day of like, oh, what can I use on this person? I don't think that happens with like a lot of things, but you just never know. Someone might have a weird like plastic allergy, I don't know, just something random like that. You just never know. So I always ask ahead of time. So yeah, I did 3 trials today. So now you're seeing the like aftermath of all of that. I'm gonna go home and deep clean all of my brushes. I use the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap. Just any of the scents, it doesn't really matter. But that usually deep cleans them pretty well. And then I lay them out to dry, and that's about it. So yeah, if you have any questions about anything that I use, another thing before I go, if you are getting your makeup done somewhere and they are using reusable sponges like the Beauty Blender, the Real Technique sponge, any of those sponges, do not let them use that on your face. You cannot 100% disinfect one of those sponges, so it's only safe to use on one person. Don't ever let anybody use that on your face if they have used it on another person. So some artists, they might buy a bunch of sponges in bulk and they'll use one per person and then toss them or give them to the person. That's fine. But you cannot cleanse and disinfect a sponge to be able to use it on multiple people. So do not let anybody do that. If you see someone reusing anything, mascara, lipsticks, eyeliners, without disinfecting first, do not let them do your makeup, because proper sanitation is so important, especially in today's world. You never know. Someone could get pink eye or some kind of sty or an infection, and that's gonna come back on you, and you do not want that. So you need to be as clean as possible. So if you wanna use sponges, buy those little like, you know, tear apart like triangle sponges. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Like they always come in like the Halloween makeup kits. Use those because they do work the same, just mist it with a little bit of setting spray, and then you can make the concealer like spread out just fine, just exactly like a regular beauty sponge, but they can only be used once per person. It is not sanitary to use on multiple people. Same with mascara, they must have disposable mascara wands. They should not be using the one that came with the mascara on you. Same with lipsticks, they should not be using the same applicator that came with the lipstick on you. They should be depotting a little bit of that lipstick and then using a disposable lip wand to apply that to your face. And if you are a professional and you do that stuff, you already know that, or if you don't, please start doing that. It is not sanitary to use what came with the product. You need to depot it every single time. But yeah, so if you have any questions about anything that I use, if you want to critique me, you can go ahead and do that too. But yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.